Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Salesforce. This is Rohit and today I'm going to discuss the mini project in LWC that is speech to text recognition. And this project have lots of functionality. So without any API, we can use the browser functionality to recognize this speech to text. So if you want to learn this new project, so you can watch this video until end and don't forget it to like, share, comments and subscribe the channel and turn on the bell icon for more updates so you never will miss any kind of update from my side. So let's get started without any further delay. So first of all, you have to create your LWC, right? So how we can create the LWC? So as you know, most of the people knows these things, right? So you can create Control Shift P if you are using Windows or you are using Mac. So Command Shift P, create the LWC component that is voice to text, something like that, or speech to text. It can be anything, but in my case I'm using this component name. And once you created this component, now you can see here my component is created successfully, right? Under this one, now we have to do one thing here. We have to create some property and the methods to recognize this browser functionality. So under here I can create here that is track level property. First of all, track, right? And we can import this track from here as well, like track. Okay, so once we make it like a track at the red track, right, and that is transcript. So I can use my variable or property from script, something like that, or it's a empty here, right? After that I can use like is recorded false because I need like lots of variable. Based on the variable or property we can enable disable these things. So first time it will be false here. Next time we will make it as a true and make it as at a track, right? Track error message if something is happening, so we can use error message like as empty, right? After that I can use one property that is recognition, right? That is recognition. Recognition we can use, and let me remove this unwanted code from here. And this is the property. After that I can use like final script, like final transcript, and I say empty. After that I can use my connecting callback. Inside the connecting callback I can create you know like a window object. Under the window object we have speech recognition, right? So how we can leverage this feature? So I can use like const, first of all, like const, right? And speech recognition equal to window dot speech recognition or window dot webkit speech recognition. So these two things you have to use it because this feature is already there in the browser, in Chrome or any browser has have this functionality, so you can leverage it without any API, right? After that, I can use like if, right? If speech recognition, right? Is speech recognition like speech recognition, right? Inside this one, I can leverage my feature like this dot recognition, right? So I can leverage this one, this dot recognition, right? We can make it as a tab, and here let me remove these all things. This dot recognition equal to new speech recognition. So we can already created the instance of the speech recognition, right? After that, this dot recognition is continue equal to true. So I can use my true as well, right? In Harry result, we can use it, right? So make it as a true, this one, this dot recognition. In trim results equal to true. Also we can use it, right? And once you make it as a true, we can create the on result event, right? So this is the if one, right? After if, we have to use like this dot recognition dot on, that is the method, right? Like on result equal to, and we have to use here like arrow function and event arrow function. And event arrow function we have to use like transit, and we have to use this transit l- in this for loop pre-increment, that is we have to use like pre-increment like this. Okay, after that we have to use in this loop, right? So this is the loop, so we can make it like this. Okay, and let me remove this one inside this loop, right? So we have to use like event dot result, this one, event dot results, and the index of I dot is final, and this dot final script equal to this and this transition. So this is the code, right? So you can make it like as a full stop, anything as you have, right? And transition. After that, you can use like interim script plus equal to event dot results I and transition script. This one. So this is the basic functionality, right? After this loop, right, we can leverage this dot script, final script, and in interim script. So we can make this additional in the trans script. Okay. After that, we have to use like this dot recognition on error, right? So how we can leverage this one? So here we have to use this one. So that is the function, we can leverage it, right? So here I can use now uh, this dot recognition on error, like recognition dot on error event dot this this dot error message, error occur in those messages. Okay, so this is the one, and after that is recording, make it as a false, like this dot is recording false. Okay, and else part, we can leverage this as else part as well if we have, otherwise leave it as it is, right? So suppose browser is not supported, you can check these things, right? Otherwise you can leverage this one. So this is the if condition here, right? So this is the if condition here to here, I can close it here. So let me check the if one. So this is the if. After if, I can create my else block, like else. Under here, browser is not supported or something like that, you can leverage this feature, right? And here now, after that, you can make a function like start recording, right? I said recording uh, this dot, or before that I need to check something here, like if, right? I can use my this node recognition or is recording, something like that, right? So this dot recognition, all right, and I can check this one, this dot is recording. Then we have to start like this dot recognition dot you know start or something like that. So I can leverage these things, right? So and is recording as a true as well, right? And before that, we can clear all the messages. Let's say this dot transcript as a empty, we, because we have to clear the previous tranches and clear the final transcript and clear any error as we have, like final script or this dot, and we have to use error message as well, like empty, right? So this is one, this is the one method here. Let me close it, anything as we have, right? So this is the method, and we can make it as a this is the method here, and we can create another method as well. Okay, so we can create the another method here, that is stop recording, like this. Okay, so we can create the stop recording as well, like if recognition and this dot is recording, so we can make it as is recording false and stop. Then after that, we can create some getter property. Let me save this, and we can create this getter property, right? So after that, this is the one you have to use, like is stop is disabled, like is stop button is disabled, right? And after that, is start is recording, right? So we have to consider this start button is disabled, right? So this property, and also we can use like here we can leverage this feature like here, right? So mm, get has error, like has error, error, get has error message we have to use like message, so we can return the error message if we have these things, right? Like error message computed property to check if there is any error, right? So here, and let me close it, and after that here this is the properties, right? Getter and setter. The default message, if you want to show the default message, you can show the default message. This is a all property, like is start button, is stop button, is disable, has error message, and should show default message, something like that. Let me save this. So here you can see all the code here, right? Like Tanjay, everything we already seen here, line by line, like this. So let me revise this code. So under these all property here, under the connecting callback, we have this all logic. After that, you can see the one method like start recording, and after that you can see the stop recording, and then we have some getter property. Based on the getter property, we are enabling and disabling the stop and start button, and we have to clear the message and should be default message here. So this is the JS file. Let me do that HTML, some designing system. So let me open the HTML. So this is the HTML, and the HTML is easy, okay, to run these things. So under here, so under template, I can create the card like lightning card. So here, this is the card one. So let me remove unwanted thing. So title voice to text converter. So I can use here voice to text or T capital text converter, something like that. I can name like a voice, like utility and voice. So this is the standard one. So just you can see the standard one. You can leverage it in the lightning design system, that the icon, right? But for now, I'm not using any icon. So this is the default icon. So under the div, let me create the SLDS here and margin around medium. So I can use like margin, right? So I can use my margin here. So margin, I can use SLDS margin, like SLDS, right? And hyphen M hyphen around, because I need around margin, something like that. Margin, which type of margin? Around medium. So I can use like medium. Okay, so this is the medium. After that, I can write for the buttons here. Let's say it's uh, here I can use like buttons. Okay, so this is the button here. Here we can use this one button. So under this one, I can use my button, and button. Let me create the one div first of all. Under this div, I can create my SLDS. SLDS is a grid, right? SLDS hyphen grid, right? And some space SLDS, and then gesture like this getters. So this is the getters here. After that, I can create my button right inside this div. So it's a lightning button. I can use my lightning button. So let me remove this column or div, right? This one as well as this one, as well as this one. Or I can remove this one as well. Okay, so lightning button is this one. Lightning button here, like lightning button level. I start recording, on click, start recording, variant brand. Class, we can use it like as some SLDS class for this one. Let's say class SLDS margin right is small. So SLDS margin right is small, right? So let me remove this button from here. Uh, is it around or right? We have to use or right. I can use my right SLDS hyphen M right help underscore small, this one. And first time make it as a disable, this one, right? Like a disable, disabled, and we have property, so we can make it as a dynamic, right? And that is a start button disable. So we have to use is start button is disabled. So here we have is start button is disabled. So we have to use this property from here to here. So this is the start button, right? We have to use like stop button as well in this div. So just let me copy this code, make it here, and that is stop recording. And like we have to use like stop recording, right? Because it's a function and variant distracting. So this is the variant distractive, and we have to use that property that is the stop button is disabled here. So here you can see this one. After that, we already done like transition, right, of this button design system. After that, we have to use this div. Under this div, we have to use transcript display. So I can write some commands like transcript display, something like that, right? So based on this, like a template, let me add the template because I need to use the template. So under this template, so under template LWC, so I can use my latest directory LWC if, right? So LWC uh, if transit, because we have this property in the JS that is transit, right? Let me copy it, paste it here, transit, right? Transcript. Then we have to use like a div. So under the div, we have to use like a SLDS box. So I can use my SLDS box like SLDS hyphen box, and after that SLDS theme like SLDS hyphen theme, right? This is a theme underscore default. I can use. You can reference these all SLDS from the Lightning Design System website given by the Salesforce. SLDS hyphen M hyphen top and underscore medium, this one, and P and transit. Okay, so this is for transit purpose, right? So after that, you can leverage this one, like some default message as we have, right? Like error message. So error display, if anything have, so we can display the error like this one. So we can use the error one. If we need like a default message, so also we can use the default message. So let me tell you the things here. Let's say here default default message. We can leverage this feature like default message, and it's a error message property, right? So I can use like error message from here to here, right? After that, we can give the default error message like this, and we can leverage it. And is the start button is disabled, or is should we that last one like default message. So I can leverage this one default message property and click to start or something like that. So here you can see all the HTML is done. Let me try to make it this component as a 2 and target. Here you can see the target. I can use record page, page home page, this one, and let me try to deploy this component, right? So just right click, deploy to source to all, and let's see if anything is happening or not. Now you can see our component is successfully deployed. Now let me add this component in my record page so I can open any contact or anything as you have like contacts, any object record page. So it's a contact. Click on the list view, and let me open the all contacts as we have. So there is no contact, so I can create it new one if you want. So now let's say here, like actually here, let's say Rohit, okay, and then Kumar, and click on the save button. So our contact is created successfully. Here you can see. Now I can edit this page, like edit this page, and we can add our component inside this record page. So just collapse it. Now you can see voice to text. Just drag and drop anywhere as you want here. Save this, and once you save this, now you have to activate your page. Alright. So I just clicked on the save button. Now we have to click on the activation and assign to default of, make it as desktop and phone because I can use this application inside my phone as well. Just click on the back, and after that you can see like voice to text converter, right? And start button and stop button, and some click on the start recording button to start recording your voice. So let me try to click on the start button, allow it because it's a browser function, so always click on this allow. Hello everyone, welcome back my YouTube channel. And this is Rohit, and this is Salesforce Hunt. So now you can see all the things recorded by the browser and everything written here, right? So you can stop it like this, right? So this is recorded by the browser APIs, that is speech recognition, browser function, WebKit. Okay, so this is how you can leverage this speech to text or voice to text feature in the Salesforce using LWC. And you can leverage these things if you feel like this is the very more informative for us. So please like, share, comment, subscribe the channel. Also turn on the bell icon for more update, so you never will miss any kind of update from my side. So till then, bye bye, take care, see ya. Thank you for watching, guys.